United USA 2020 and beyond.
BlackRock reinforces its position as the world's largest money manager, adding $2.2 trillion in assets under management from $7.3 trillion a year ago to a record $9.5 trillion today.
Wow.
Second quarter revenue of $4.8 billion increased 32% year over year, and operating income of $1.9 billion rose 37%.
Strong year-over-year comparisons benefited in part from significant improvements in equity market conditions versus a year ago. BlackRock has never been better positioned to take advantage of the opportunities before us.
China is a priority. CEO Larry Fink said during Wednesday's earnings call that BlackRock obtained its wealth management joint venture license last year and its fund company license last month, the first global asset manager firm to obtain this type of license.
Wealth accumulation in the world's second largest economy has propelled the growth of the $9 trillion Chinese domestic asset management industry. We're now well positioned to extend the breadth of our investment solutions and insights to all our client segments across China.
Larry Fink says investors are concerned about inflation and whether it's structural or transitory. BlackRock made $1.4 billion in net income last quarter, a 14% increase from the previous year's $1.2 billion. Arlene Richards, NTD News.
Wow. Okay. So for those of you that are not familiar with BlackRock, BlackRock is a financial firm that is buying up like the majority of the real estate in the United States. Take, for example, you're selling your home. Let's just say you're selling it for $300,000. BlackRock puts a bid on that same home for $300,000, but with no loans, no lien, no escrow, no nothing, just cash offer. Who do you think the buyer, the seller is going to go with? You, who's got to wait on a loan for approval and escrow and all that crap, or a corporation like BlackRock that can literally just write them a check that clears within 3 or 5 days, whatever. See what I'm saying here? So what BlackRock is doing is they're buying homes and they're renting them out, right? I mean, you and I, people, normal everyday people, we can't compete with a corporation like this, right? There is no competition whatsoever. So what are we to do? Nothing. Bend over and take it in the tailpipe like everything else that we're being screwed on nowadays, because unfortunately, our government has given corporations like this an exemption and a pass, and it goes back. It reminds me of some of the men that built America, going back to Andrew Carnegie, from U.S. Steel, to John D. Rockefeller, in the oil industry, the monopolies that they had for so many years until those entities were broken up into smaller companies. But it doesn't matter. You look all these years later and you can still see that it might not legally be a monopoly, but come on, these companies like this are monopolizing the industry. And for the little guys, average everyday people that are trying to get, just a slice of the American pie, we can't compete with them. It's not right. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit me up.